and welcome to my channel. My name is Allison and I make cleaning and lifestyle videos, so make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos. Today I'm doing a product review. I am going to be reviewing, this is the Dyson V8 cordless vacuum here. I did purchase this with my own money. If you watch my other previous videos, you'll know that my other vacuum kind of died. I abused it a little bit and now it's been overheating, so I did need to get a new vacuum. And I wanted to buy a really high quality vacuum because I feel like I keep buying vacuums and then having to replace them every year or two. So I wanted to invest in one that would hopefully last for a while. So I did decide to spend a little bit more money on what I think hopefully will be a more quality vacuum, which is what, from my research, Dyson is one of the better brands out there. They are also one of the more expensive brands. I will put the price up in the corner so you can see how much this cost. Now, I did buy it on a pretty big clearance sale, but it is an expensive vacuum, so you can make that judgment for yourself. I did also really want a cordless vacuum because I have a child and sometimes it's just hard to mess with a cord. The cords are kind of a hassle, you have to wrap them, it takes time, so it's just easier to grab and go. So this is what it looks like here. And I've been using it for a little over a week. I wanted to use it to give you kind of a good idea of what I think of the vacuum, my initial first impression. Now, I did want to start just with a little bit about the packaging. The packaging it came with was really beautiful. It was in a very quality material. There's a little thing that has a little QR code you can scan, and it's in sort of this like filament paper, which makes it look super fancy when you're opening it. It also came with the user guides actually in like a big white envelope. So instead of just having paper, everything's kind of packaged. Everything is packaged just beautifully. It really does feel like a quality luxury item as well. So I think that is something, you know, for the price you're getting a little bit better packaging, which some people don't care about that. But if you like packaging, that is something that you can be aware of, that it does have really nice, beautiful packaging that it came with. Vacuum came with, you know, obviously the stick part of the vacuum and the charger, and then it came with the base head here, which is what you use for your standard vacuuming. You can see there, and it actually does bend. It has this ball, which is what Dysons are known for, is this little ball thing here. It also came with this is a pretty standard attachment, but I think any vacuum comes with here. It also came with this, which I have not used yet. It says it's for detangling hair, which I don't really have an issue with on our carpet, so it's got something that's supposed to pull hair if it's stuck on your carpet. So if you have an issue with that, that is something you might want to keep in mind as well. And then it also came with this attachment, which is, as you can see, I've used it a little bit here, but this is for upholstery. It pulled some hair off of our upholstery, so you can see it was pretty effective of pulling the hair off. And it's trying to get it to focus, but it's got some little hairs here down at the bottom, and then there's teeth that kind of grab the hair. Now, one thing I really like about this vacuum is it's really easy to switch out the attachments. Of all the vacuums I've had, it's the easiest to switch. There's just this little button down here that you hit. You hit it, and you can just pop out anything you need to use. So the base or any extensions just go in there. You don't have to mess with the hose. It's very easy to do. And I didn't have to read anything to figure this out. I was able to figure out how to do it, so you just plop that in like that, and snaps, it clicks right in, no big deal, easy peasy. So that I really like. Now, as far as the basic use goes, it does have just one feature I don't like is that you have to hit the button with your finger, and you have to hold it the whole time you're vacuuming. I wish that there was a lock mechanism, because my finger does get tired after a while if I'm vacuuming from a long time. But as far as it goes, it's not a huge problem, and if I need to shut off really quickly, it is easy that way. But it's just got this little lever here that you hit. It does have two settings as well as far as strength. It has a max and min setting, which I will show you right here. You've got max and min, and you can switch it. The main thing is it is quieter on the minimum setting, so if you need a quieter setting, that is a nice option to have. I'll show you. This is what it sounds like on the minor, and then on max. The only other weird thing about it is it blows air out, and it kind of hits me in the face when I'm vacuuming, so I don't know about that feature. You know, it just something is, it's how it works. Air is going to be hitting you, so if that annoys you, that is something you would want to keep in mind. Now, as far as the charging goes, there's just a little charging port here. You just plug in your little plug there, and it charges, and you get about 30 minutes or so of use out of a full charge. I would say it takes a really long time for this to charge, which I don't like. It pretty much takes all day to get a full charge going, and then you get about 30 minutes. So I do wish that it would charge a little quicker or last longer, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you vacuuming as far as what it looks like. far, you know, but I did actually just run out of charge, so that is one downside of a cordless vacuum, is you can't just plug it in, you have to constantly charge it. Now it does have a filter at the top here as well. I have not, you know, it's brand new, so I haven't had to mess with the filter. It looks like it should be pretty easy to change that out or clean it out, but I haven't read how to do it. So that looks pretty simple. I think I can, there's a little button here. I think I can just snap that off. I don't think that will be an issue. As far as suction goes, it does a pretty good job, but I think it probably picks up the same amount as my previous vacuum. I don't see like way more than I was getting with my Hoover. I think it has about the same amount of suction as my Hoover vacuum. You know, it's just fairly strong from what I can tell, but it's also hard to tell. I do like, as far as the canister goes, you can really see what's in there. It's easy to see. It's pretty clear. You know, you can see that there's a lot of dust and dirt in there, and I like how easy that is to access. And my absolute favorite feature about this vacuum is how easy it is to empty out the thing. And I do want to show you this because you can empty the canister and you don't actually have to touch anything, which is the first vacuum that I've had that's like this. You just hit this little button at the front and it opens itself, and you can just dump it and then you're back in business. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quickly here. So that's pretty easy. You just hit the button, dump it out, and then you could just close it as you go with your finger, but it's easier than any other vacuum that I have used in the past. So I do really like that feature about it as well. No, so one thing about the Dysons is they are very beautiful vacuums. Like, it's probably the prettiest vacuum you're gonna own in your life. Yeah, it's just a really beautiful vacuum. It's nice to look. It looks sort of futuristic, and they've always looked that way. It's just something about that brand. Their styling is just very distinct. You know it's a Dyson if you see it. Yeah, so I'll give you kind of just a scan of what it looks like. There's the filter, the canister there. There's a thing that says filter wash, which I obviously have not used yet. This is the button to attach and detach, and it's really easy to put this together. It took me like 2 seconds. You just have 3 pieces you snap together, and I didn't have to read anything to figure it out. I could just do it, so. It is pretty comfortable to use, except having to press that button in the whole time. My finger did get tired, but it's a really minor inconvenience. So as far as what I don't like having to hold down that button, and I wish the charging time was shorter and it had a life that was a little bit longer. I wish the battery life was longer, especially for the price of this vacuum. And obviously the price is really high for a vacuum just in general. I don't like spending a lot of money on things, so that's definitely a downside. But I do like that comfort of knowing that it's a good quality vacuum, that it should last a long time. It does seem fairly strong. It picks up a lot of stuff. And I really love the ease of having a cordless vacuum. I wish I had had a cordless a long time ago now that I have one, because it's just so much more convenient. And I just like that this is handy. Another thing I didn't mention, it's extremely lightweight. It's way lighter than my other vacuum. I can carry this around and help hold my son at the same time, which is a huge help, that it's so light that I can just carry it where I need to go. That's a big plus for this as well, is the lightweightness of it. As far as sound goes, it's pretty quiet, and I like that it has a setting that's a little bit quieter if I need to keep things down a little bit. That's nice. It's a lot quieter than my Hoover was, just for comparison. So if you have pets, that's something to keep in mind, because I know that can stress out cats and dogs if you have a loud vacuum. So I like the styling, the ease of use, and the beauty of this product. As far as how it functions, it's about the same as my standard vacuum. Hoover would be about the same strength, I think, as this Dyson is, but ease of use, this is just way better. I love the little swivel ball. I'm kind of having a hard time scoring this, because it does have some really negative things about it. You know, the price, the battery life, those things do take off points for it. But I have been really happy with it. I do love this vacuum, so I'm kind of somewhere between a 3 and a 4 on this, because I want to take off points, obviously, for the high price point, and that charging time really takes stuff off. But it's really making my life a lot easier at the same time. I really do like how it works. I love that I can just snap out the attachments and I don't have to mess with a hose or bend down. I can just use the actual handle itself to vacuum my upholstery. It's just way easier. So I think that helps bolster up what I would rate this product as well. I think I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5 stars. But that's a pretty, like, it could go up. Yeah, it could go up or down a little bit depending on, you know, the day. But overall, I've been really happy with it. I think it's a beautiful product. I think it's doing a good job, and it is making my life easier, which is great. Yeah, and it's been something that's made my life easier, which you really can't put a price on that. And if you've ever used a Dyson vacuum, I'd like to hear about it. Let me know down in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you all have a beautiful day today.